What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and Bud Light has done it. During a fiery earnings and investors call last night, Bud Light finally disavowed the Dylan monster. You know, the monster that is summoned by Zool to be the form of your destruction as a business. They acknowledged now. Not done yet because they've got to do it publicly, but certainly investors were extraordinarily mad. They brought it up. Bud Light is in a sales free fall, panic. They made several wild promises to try and make it up, but here's the thing. Bud Light is falsely thinking they can spend their way out of this. I don't think they can. People remember, people are not happy, people are still boycotting, and until they make a public announcement, the boycott remains. And also look what went down on this earnings call. By the way, today is probably the last day to get your Mother's Day gift boxes. I literally have 75 left. I have enough. I can't make any more chocolate-covered pretzels in time. So I literally have 75 left of these two. The mug edition, which is the strawberries and cream, the Colombian, the pretzels and a mug, a really nice camper mug, or the double pretzels with chocolate-covered espresso beans and the Colombian roast. That's it. Today's the last day to get them and get them in time. They're going to sell out this afternoon, so if you're waiting on getting one, make sure to get it today. You could certainly also just go to Coffee Brand Coffee, which is my coffee company, a non-woke company, apolitical company, and just check out, maybe you want to get your mom some coffee in general. It doesn't have to include candy, right? So if you don't want to get candy, you can get any of our coffees. In fact, highly, highly recommend the cold brew sampler pack for a gift. It's so good. Most people never even try cold brew. Get the sampler pack for your mom for Mother's Day. If she likes coffee, she's going to love it. Otherwise, the strawberries and cream or blueberry cobbler are very, very popular. So I would recommend the cold brew sampler pack as a alternative for a gift, because I really think as it warms up, it's gonna be good. So if you're looking for gift ideas, there's two of them for you, and you're supporting a company right here in the United States that is apolitical, that works hard to make our customers happy, and we would never disrespect you. AnheuserBusch CEO finally disavows Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light partnership and says it was not a campaign after a firm sent letter to retailers blaming, quote, an outside ad agency for approving it without management awareness as sales crash 26%. Let me be very clear before I read this, corporate speak or whatever. It doesn't matter. The customers, this is not going to go well with customers. The idea of like blame gaming or blaming it on other people, that's not going to work. The CEO of AnheuserBusch has unceremoniously disavowed the disastrous Dylan Mulvaney stunt, insisting it was not a campaign, as a letter retailer says it was just one can. Global boss Michael Dukris addressed the mass backlash over working with a trans influencer, Mulvaney, for the first time in an earnings call with investors on Thursday. He told investors there was misinformation spreading on social media about the company's team up with Dylan, according to Fox Business. He added that the company is providing direct financial support to the frontline workers impacted by the boycott. He also said, quote, "We need to clarify the facts that this was one camp, one influencer, one post, and not a campaign." But I just really think it doesn't matter. People are still mad. People are very mad. And this, again, they don't care if it was just one can. That one can was enough. That one can mattered. Quote, "We will continue to learn, meet the moment in time, and all be stronger. We work tirelessly to do what we do best, bring people together over beer and creating a future of more cheers." Investors were also told by the global boss that Bud Light will triple its marketing spend in the summer in a bid to woo customers back to the tarnished brand. Again, this is not a problem that money can solve. It just isn't. The disastrous marketing bid has seen sales for Anheuser American flagship beer plummet 26%, despite Anheuser-Busch reporting first quarter earnings of $1.65 billion. The global boss comments come as a letter was sent to retailers, bars, and restaurants by Grey Eagle, which distributes Anheuser-Busch products around St. Louis. It read, Anheuser-Busch did not intend to create controversy or make political statement. In reality, the Bud Light can posted on social media influencer that sparked all of this conversation was provided by an outside agency without Anheuser-Busch management, awareness, or approval. I don't believe that. Because here's the thing, if you're working with somebody, right, like an outside influencer or something like that, someone on the outside, you would have had some oversight. You would have known that they were doing this. Somebody was in charge. Somebody was in charge with that. And it wasn't, getting overseen. So it absolutely, positively is the fault of whoever oversaw that. Now, that's probably why Alyssa Heinerscheid got fired. Their sudden departure appears premature in light of the recent comments, which also claims there was no management awareness of the now infamous campaign. The specifics of how the fiasco erupted remain under wraps. The latest letter claims that the Mulvaney can was a brainchild of an outside agency. What an outrageous claim. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, like, literally, at no point does you can point your finger. Do you think Joe Sixpack, who worked 70 hours this week as a machinist, gives a crap that Bud Light hired some outside agency to do this? No. It says the specifics of how the fiasco erupted remain under wraps. It is the first time the brewing giant has addressed the backlash in detail after they were hit with a major dip in Bud Light sales following the paid sponsorship. The defiant rebuttal against the unofficial campaign comes as Anheuser-Busch reported first quarter earnings, which topped Wall Street expectations, and their stock actually went up today. But again, the first quarter is January, February, March. This is before April when all this happened. The brewer posted revenue of $14.21 billion in the period, which also beat forecasts, with shares rising 6% since the beginning of the year and 12% in 12 months. It's unclear if the boycott had any impact on these figures and whether a larger impact on the firm's finances will be visible in the second quarter. Well, that's when we're going to find out, right? April, May, June. So we'll find out in July just how bad it actually is. And you see all these Anheuser-Busch CEO disavows Bud Light Dylan Mulvaney cans, not a formal campaign. You see CEO distances Anheuser-Busch from Bud Light Dylan Mulvaney controversy, not a formal campaign. You see here Anheuser-Busch InBev CEO says beer shouldn't be focus of debate as Bud Light sales deteriorate. I mean, all of these things here in a series of the top executive Bud Light's parent company on Thursday disavowed the embattled company's ties to Dylan Mulvaney as sales of the beer crater. We need to clarify the facts that this was one camp, one influencer, one post, and not a campaign, he said. Sure. I mean, that's fine, but it literally doesn't matter. Again, I'm not exactly buying that this was just some outside agency who came up with it, because ultimately either you approved it or you ignored it. This is the weirdest deflection that I could imagine. Like, it's like, even, I mean, if they really believe, why not come out and say that? Again, it has now been almost a month since Bud Light posted anything on their social media account. They are literally crippled. They can't, I mean, they ran the YouTube ad, which went disastrously, receiving, tens of thousands of dislikes to about 250 likes. Bud Light can't spend their way out of this because the people that left will remember. Now, maybe they can replace them, which is about the only option that they have. Maybe they can replace them. But this is a perfect example of, like, I had a truck driver email me yesterday who said he drove by their facility every single day for the last how many years, and he always used to see the stacks smoking and production. He could smell it, and he said that he didn't even see that they were producing anymore. That's how bad sales have slipped. I've had grocery store employees email me pictures of back stock to try and to show just how much extra Bud Light is. It's the off-premises sales that I always knew was going to be the big impactor here. And that's exactly what it is. People who care about this are the people that buy cases of beer on Friday when they're grocery shopping. And it took some time before those numbers actually hit. Now, to me, until they actually tweet this, and by the way, blaming it on some third-party marketing agency isn't taking responsibility. And that's what they have to do. They can mention that, but they need to say, ultimately, this was our decision. And, if it happened at some third-party agency and we didn't see it, that's still our fault. Here's a huge coupon and we're sorry. I don't think that this is going to do enough. It might appease investors, but it's not going to stop the sales slide, which is going to ultimately make them very angry. A quick reminder at the end of the video, there's about 75 Mother's Day gift boxes left, which I'll link in the description. But also, I want to offer the cold brew sampler pack as a great alternative. This sampler pack is brand new to us, and it's absolutely delicious. Especially the Ethiopian and the dark roast are brand new to us. Well, it's our blend that we made for cold brew, but the product's brand new on the website. And this is a great way to get into summer because cold brew is great. So if we're out of gift boxes, definitely check those out. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.